Now open this up for questions on any programs, anything that was said until now. Please feel free. Yes?
Can you talk about how and where to apply for scholarships?
How and where to apply for scholarships. So scholarships are dealt really on an individual basis, depending on your background, which country you're from, many different parts of your background. Most of our programs are MASA programs. We work with the foreign ministry to get scholarships for people coming from specific countries, and then we do have individual scholarships. I know that each program also functions in a different way regarding this, so if you want to maybe say which program you're interested in, maybe we'll have more specifics, or I think maybe that's the type of thing you should probably address directly with the program representatives, and then we'll look at your specific case and see what we can offer. Yes?
For the international MBA, the students who are there, what kind of a background do they have? Not in work-related, but in education. What should they usually do their bachelor's in?
Eric will comment on this as well, but very, very diverse. Is what I can say. People who had PhDs, I just met somebody who had a PhD in biotechnology, biology, and people who came from a background in accounting, education. Sorry. Yeah. Really a great variety, which I think shows for the diversity of the class. It is important that you have some sort of strength in the ability to see yourself being stronger in a quantitative studies, I would say. For example, I never took any courses before in finance or in accounting, but I found that when I wrote the GMAT, and when I started in the earlier courses, I was able to sort of move forward with those courses. So I think that is important to have that confidence in that area. But people come from diverse backgrounds. I think that's one of the unique parts about an MBA program. This isn't just people just coming from a background in finance or accounting or economics. There are as well, absolutely. Very impressive as well. Maybe Erin wants to.
Yeah, the biggest background we have, maybe I'll move back to this. The biggest background we have, percentage-wise, of academic backgrounds is business, but it's a small margin. So the next one down, I believe, is sciences, and then you also get into humanities. In humanities is very diverse. So we want it that way, and that's very different than what the flagship Hebrew MBA program is like. Most of their students are engineers or coming more from a finance background, and we really want a different picture. So we've done this on purpose, and it's turning out really well. So, do you have an MBA question? Okay.
What requirements do you have to fulfill for if I'm coming from a different degree that's not finance?
If you don't have a background academically in the subject matter, then we have a prereq month in September, and we offer 3 courses. There's a finance course, a stats course, and an algebra calc course. You'll have to take that. That runs over. It's 3 weeks long, so you'll take that. And then we're also working on a reading list to make sure that people who don't have sort of some knowledge, there's some great books out there that can sort of just fill some gaps for you and that kind of thing. But you'll get the rest in the year.
So is it a course, or you should come in having taken like extra classes before?
No, we offer a prereq course, so it's 3 courses within a set curriculum, and they overlap with each other. They support each other. We also work very intensively with Excel. So when you come out of our program, you're going to be an Excel whiz, and Excel is included. We used to have a separate Excel course, but now we've actually included it within the stats and the finance prereq courses, and then those will carry on once you do your foundational stats and finance courses and econ in the core of the curriculum. So, any other MBA questions? And I'm up here. Okay.
Is she here already?
Yeah.
Do we have any other question on any program, any field? Yes?
I'd be interested in what students do after they study conflict resolution and mediation, and what kind of fields they work after.
Okay. I don't have the pretension of knowing exactly where our alumni go just because the first group finished a few months ago, so it's still very early to say exactly where they will end. But what we know is that there are several ways to go from here. Either you go back to the field you were in, having more skills, more knowledge, a much bigger understanding of how to approach complexity, or you start something new. We have many students who come after years of working in real estate and in business, in NGOs, and who decide to do something totally different, either to switch towards business or to switch towards NGOs, to governmental institutions, to think tanks, to starting their own projects. It's a degree that pushes a lot for entrepreneurship, for starting your own ideas, grassroots way. So it basically opens the doors to everything your imagination can lead you to, giving you many skills to deal with almost any job, any position you would get. Yep.
I had a similar question about the environmental studies.
Environmental studies?
So yeah, what kind of jobs do people who finish the program usually go to?
שנייה. רק שישמעו אותך גם במצלמה.
Concerning the question, students who are in the area of environment. So what we have, those who graduated, got jobs in the Ministry of Environment, in local governments, and in NGOs, but the hottest area now is the business community. That is, Israel just joined the OECD, and as being enjoying this particular the requirement here is that the companies in Israel have to adapt themselves to the regulation of the OECD, and that means at least some more than 40 major changes, legal changes, in relationship to environmental law. And they need advisors, people who understand what the word sustainability means. Most of the business world doesn't know what is global warming, sustainability relate to what they are producing. And today everything is connected. So who is graduating knows the material, and depends what area, can join different companies in particular productions. And that's the highest item in terms of advisors in the area of sustainability, which is environmental studies.
Yes.
I have a question regarding political science and communication in leadership communication and elections. Is someone here from that?
Yeah, would you like to tell us what your question is? I'll bring this to her in the meantime.
Sure. I just was interested to hear more about the experiential components. I was mentioned briefly, so if you could just go into more depth regarding that.
את רוצה לענות או? על הצד היותר תעסוקתי של העניין.
אוקיי.
תגידי שיהיו בקשר עם
Okay, so actually since the program is new and the program head had to leave earlier, first of all we suggested you will contact Dr. Amal Jamal, the program head, and I believe that journalism, media, consultancies, political consultancies, these areas generally. Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
Maybe again about the conflict resolution. Is it very much?
Sorry. Yes.
Is it very much focused on the Israel position or the Israel conflict, or is it really
Okay.
more like in general
Okay.
resolution and mediation? How big of a focus do they put on the Israel?
I think I'll try to answer this question in a more general way that will also touch to many of our other programs that we're offering here at Tel Aviv University. In general, we try to have a very international approach. All our programs are international and not based on Israel. That's the aim of our programs. At the same time, since most of our lecturers and professors come from the area, and since we're going to do field trips here, many of the case studies will be related to the area, to the Middle East, to Israel. However, I can answer here for the program in conflict resolution that the papers you'll have to write can relate to any conflict in the world, and you probably relate more to African countries in many ways, and we have courses that are focused only on countries that are out of the Middle East, for example. So that's part of it, and of course many of our guest speakers who come from embassies, for example, will speak about conflicts that are not related to the Middle East also. But for sure, there is a class, for example, on the history of the Middle East that will be more in the context of the area. Anything else? Okay.